Hey listeners, at long last our Patreon page is up. We've taken your suggestions and put up a few different donation tiers from $1 to $10, and there are rewards associated with each, from thanks on the show, to voting on upcoming matches, to getting to design matches and lightning rounds. We have various milestone rewards too, from creating a website to creating bonus content and bonus episodes. That page is at patreon.com/smashfictionpodcast. That's patreon.com/smashfictionpodcast. We hope you check it out, if only because the 5 of us created a very dumb, very funny video that is kind of amazing. Thanks for helping us continue the fight. This week, I also wanted to give a special thanks to Andrew Del Rey, who very graciously provided us with the fight music you'll hear this episode. More of his amazing works can be found on his YouTube page, youtube.com/thedelrey. That's youtube.com/THEDELRE. Thanks. Welcome to Extraordinary League, an actual play RPG podcast brought to you by Smash Fiction. I'm Dan Mulkerin, your game master. Playing Stitch is Kit Mulkerin.
Mahalo nui ia ke aliliwahine o lili ulani o kawohiku.
Wow, very impressive.
I forgot the rest.
No.
Playing Dante is Liz Logan.
I'm not happy.
Playing Sterling Archer is Miles Schneiderman.
First comes smiles, and then lies. Then I think that is gunfire. That's right. And then I think a shower, and hopefully an expensive prostitute, and then another shower.
Playing Luna Lovegood is Megan Bob.
Dear Quibbler readers, I'm sorry to be so behind schedule in updating you. I've made some friends. We're in a place called Attorney and it's been difficult to find the post. I've given this message to one of the local birds, so it may not reach you, but if it does, hello. And I've enclosed some drawings of the wildlife and a copy of a skin rubbing I did of one of my friends. I'm sorry I'm not sure what species he is, and it seemed rude to wake him up in order to ask. Yours fondly, Luna.
I mean,
So good.
I feel like you can basically skip the recap of the last episode now, Dan.
Yeah, right? Playing Morden Solus is Colin Mulkerin.
You're the one who makes me feel offended. You're the fool who hasn't got a clue. No plans to bone, but if intended to try human, would never try you. You ignore my advice, both cultural and medical. My interest in sex is purely theoretical. I'll never be able to return your affections. Rather be over my table, performing dissections. I don't want you or anybody else. When I think about you, I neural shock myself. Oh, I don't want you or anybody else. Oh no, oh no.
Oh my god.
Now he is only
My-
half human.
Fucking chin is on the floor.
Previously, you defeated your opponents in the qualifying match and are now official participants in the Nexus Tournament, the prize trophy for which contains one of the gems necessary to defeat Phyrexia. After being interviewed by Troy McClure, having a brief encounter with rival team Soul Edge, and meeting your new photographer Cambot, you've been teleported into your first official match. It takes place in a construction site, and your opponent is Team the Very Best, led by Ash Ketchum and his Pikachu. As you stand facing the young Ash, Cambot buzzes excitedly around trying to remove himself from the inevitable direct line of fire between you and your opponent, while still trying to get the best and most intense angle possible. Remember, you've got a lot of viewers right now and they're dying to see your stuff. And so I'm going to take a brief out-of-character moment to tell you, as long as Cambot is recording you, once per session, each of you can ask for a reaction or confessional take, sort of reality TV style, in which you get to make a comment about something happening or something which is about to happen. And this can change the scene in some way. So, like, you could say, boy, I was lucky that there was a sledgehammer right next to me or something like that. Or at the very least, like, you can use it to give yourself a small bonus on your next roll. Yes, you are facing down Ash, so roll initiative. Okay, Stitch?
11.
7, 3, so it's 10.
Okay, Luna gets 10. Morden?
14.
Dante?
6.
Archer?
All right, there we go. 9.
Ash produces 2 handfuls of white and red balls and hurls them all in your direction, yelling, Pokemon, go! When the balls hit the ground, they pop open and let loose a flood of red light, which coalesces into several strange-looking animals.
Please be that one that does nothing in Smash Brothers. Please be that one that does nothing in Smash Brothers.
One is a squat lizard the size of a large dog with a large leafy pink bulb emerging from its back. One is a blue turtle with a yellow shell standing on its hind legs, maybe a little over 1.5 feet tall. The next one is about the size of an adult human female and looks like an upright orange dragon. One is about 3 feet long and looks like a large purple butterfly with delicate white wings. And the last is about the same size as the butterfly, but is very clearly a bird of some kind with brown feathers and dramatic swooping red plumage on its head. And finally, with an enthusiastic Pikachu! The small yellow creature from Ash's shoulder leaps down and joins the other 5 creatures as they tense, preparing to attack. All right, Morden is up first.
I wonder if I can use my Omni tool to scan them to see what elemental types they're weak against.
Well, I will point out that you did do some research on your fellow combatants last time, so if you wish, you can make a reason check as a free action.
Sweet.
And perhaps determine some elemental weaknesses you might have figured out ahead of time.
Yeah. Let's do it. I got a green. A high green, but a green nonetheless.
All right, so I will say you have determined that the Ivysaur is vulnerable to both ice and fire. You made a note of this because you can produce both ice and fire. And I will also say, Morden, you have determined Squirtle's elemental weaknesses as well.
I'm going to, I want to fire and incinerate at Ivysaur because I have it set up to be the area thingy. Can I hit anybody else?
Yes, I'll say you can hit 2 other Pokemon in addition to Ivysaur.
Can I guess, like, I don't know, Squirtle and Butterfree?
Okay, sounds good. Make your roll.
I got a white. Morden missed with Incinerate. Everyone
right.
Take a drink.
Exactly. Your Incinerate bolt flies wide and hits a cement mixer partway down the open construction site and sends it toppling off the edge of the building. Normally it would be Stitch's turn. However, Ash says, Pikachu, Pidgeotto, use Quick Attack! And he moves them up in the initiative. And they are going to go for Morden.
Oh, he did start it. He's
sure
getting that
did.
aggro.
Pikachu got a green, and Pidgeotto got... Ooh, is that a red? No, that's a yellow. So you can't dodge either of these, Morden. You could try to block if you want, or come up with something else.
Yeah, I'll try and block. I rolled a mighty 8, so nope.
Great, so no body armor for you. So Pikachu hits and deals 20 damage to your shield. Pidgeotto hits and gets a critical hit. With the Bloody Roar characters, they attacked more often when they rolled high, but the Pokemon deal more damage when they roll high. And so Pidgeotto deals 40 damage to your shield.
Alright, so my shields are down and I'm down to 46 health.
Ooh,
all right,
that
so you...
bird punked you.
Yeah, the Pikachu wings your shield, and then the bird flies in, basically breaks through it with a surprising amount of force, and hits you directly. Stitch, it is now your turn.
Stitch is gonna try to web himself over to Ash by directly webbing Ash if need be.
Okay, give me an agility check to see if you can get past all these Pokemon.
Okay. Just a green.
I'm going to say that the flying ones are going to get an agility check, so Charizard and Butterfree, because Pidgeotto is no longer in between you and Ash.
Do you have to roll for whether Charizard gives a fuck at any given moment? Or did Ash get enough badges by now?
You said you got a green result?
Yes.
Okay, so as you are swinging your way across the construction site, suddenly Charizard flaps its wings powerfully and intercepts you midair.
Do I get to do another thing or wait?
Yes, that was your move, so you
Okay.
can still act.
I guess I'll wind up accidentally webbing onto Charizard instead and just kind of look up at him confused. Hi.
All right, the Charizard looks down at you and roars, and you can see that like a spark building in the back of his throat, and you feel the symbiote begin to crawl away from it, like out of just total terror.
Whoops. Oh, whoops.
Oh, yeah,
Oops.
fire.
Oh, no. Whoop. Nope. Oh, shit.
Are you saying fire
Fire
bad?
bad!
Stitch is going to his eyes widen. He blinks a few times, and he pulls out one of the shampoo bottles that he'd stolen, and just like unloads that bottle into Charizard's mouth.
What?
Okay, give me a fighting check, I guess.
Have you ever tasted that shit? It's
No,
nasty.
have you?
Yeah, it gets in my mouth. I have a lot of hair.
Too much singing in the shower.
Shampoo don't get everywhere.
I just have images of you just guzzling it.
Oh!
Sometimes times are tough, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you run out of alcohol.
You usually use mouthwash, not shampoo.
Oh, whoops.
Oh my god, Kit, do you have a problem? You poor thing.
I unfortunately missed.
Alright, so you start
Oh, man,
squirting shampoo all over Charizard.
After all
one
that.
shampoo bottle.
You just
Damn it.
squirt it all over him.
Alright, great.
Go, oh man, if Squirtle unloads some water, it's gonna get real bubbly
That's
in here.
true. Alright, but
Wow.
Charizard is going to be looking fabulous when all said and done. Alright, Luna, it is your turn.
So I have expertise in animals. I was wondering if I could find a way to make Charizard either really like us or maybe just not hurt Stitch.
Wow, you're going to try to charm Ash's Pokemon out from under him.
Luna really wants one a lot. I want one. I mean, okay, so if I ask you, I'm sure Ash has treats. Obviously, Ash has treats, because how else do you reward good behavior? Okay, so Ash has treats. If I ask you the treats from Ash and then I use my animal expertise, can I reward them for being nice to us, or just coax it over?
I mean, I really enjoy the sound of that. Maybe he has those sushi rolls that they keep inexplicably referring to as donuts in the American
No, those are
dub.
onigiri.
Okay, is that what those are?
Yes, but they do call them donuts.
Okay, yeah, so there you go. Maybe he has some of those. Yeah, you
so
you can Accio
is
that
that
if you
two
wish.
moves, or is that, will that...
No, I'll say that you can do both in the same turn. So roll Psyche
Accio
to grab...
donut?
Yeah, roll Psyche to grab
Okay.
yourself a donut.
Okay. Well, I got 0, 0, 6.
That's a 6. All right. You see these little food bits hanging in one of the pouches on Ash's side, and you pull out your wand and decide to Accio it, but you can't really figure out what to call it, and you're just sort of searching for the word for a few seconds. It is Ivysaur's turn, and Ivysaur is going to team attack Stitch, who is currently messing around with Charizard. Ivysaur sort of squats down low and begins to shake, and you see there's a cluster of leaves that erupt from the bulb on its back and fly at you, and you can see their edges gleaming like metal. And that is a hit. You can attempt to dodge or block it.
I guess I'll dodge. If I dodge well enough, does Charizard get hit?
If you dodge really well,
'Cause
then
I'm
yes.
straight still on him.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he's got shampoo in his eyes.
I'm hoping. Oh shit. I just got a yellow.
Okay. With the yellow, you are able to swing out of the way of the Razor Leaf attack. However, it does not hit Charizard. It does bite into the steel girder behind you. The leaves actually embed themselves in the girders, like they pierce through the metal. And now it is Squirtle's turn. And as you are swinging around, Squirtle is going to try to water gun you.
Oh, I have the aggro now. I see.
Yeah. So it opens its mouth and lets loose a steady stream of water like a high-pressure fire hose.
Oh, water gun, son of a bitch.
That is another hit. And you can't dodge this one. You can try to block it if you wish, though.
Sure. That's yellow.
So you get remarkable body armor. So between your normal body armor and the body armor you get from blocking, you completely block the damage from his body armor.
If anything, this is just a nuisance.
Yeah. In other words, it's not very effective.
Okay, now pissed.
Archer, it is your turn. Archer?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm here. I was just
You were just thinking of Whore Island?
I was trying to figure out if these are animals and they're cute, or if they're actually foes that are not cute. It's really hard to decide at this point. I'm feeling very conflicted. Is this the same arena that we were fighting in before?
No. So to remind you guys are in a construction site. You're about 10 or 15 stories up in a partially completed building. All it is right now is concrete floors and steel girders. There's a bunch of construction equipment all strewn about, so there's, heavy pieces of machinery, there's concrete mixers. You can see outside of the building, but within the construction yard, cranes and bulldozers and all sorts of stuff.
Archer, after standing there for a minute and letting a few things click together in his brain, is going to jump behind, a truck.
Okay, I mean, you guys are up in one of the upper levels
yeah,
right now,
that's
so you're not like on the ground, but like you could find like a forklift that's been brought up here.
Sure, that works. So I go to the forklift, and I'm gonna crouch behind it, or at least next to it, and I'm gonna attempt to stealth. Can I do this stealthily and still get in an aim action?
No, moving, stealthing, and aiming are kind of 3 things, and you could do 2 of those things.
All right, I will move, get into cover, and aim.
Cool. Yeah, so you find some cover, hide behind this forklift, and who are you aiming at?
Ash.
Aiming at Ash. All right.
So I'm
Jesus.
basically waiting to try and find a gap in the fight, or I can do this. And Archer's reasoning is that he has now both unleashed the opponents personally on us and directed them.
And also kinetic dampeners, so you don't have to worry about what all the liberal hippies will say when you kill a child.
Sure, because I was worried about that.
Yep. Dante,
Guys,
is
if
your
you
turn.
want to keep these things off my back until I do that, that'd be fine.
I'm thoroughly offended by the bubble bath party going on. And my salty body is just attracted to it. Anyways, I'm gonna charge head first and Charizard. And I got a white!
Very good. So Dante, you come charging forward and leap into the air, where Charizard is currently tangling with Stitch. However, the two of them are kind of twisting and turning too fast, and they are not in the space they were when you first launched yourself. And I'm going to say that you go flying over the edge of the construction site. You can give me an agility check to see if you can grab onto the edge.
Great! Fucking great. Oh, I got 000s.
Yeah, there you go. So
okay.
you
That's a
you
good thing.
easily that is very good. Yeah, you manage to dig your fingertips into the concrete before you go falling off the side, and you spare a moment to glance down at the 150-foot drop that you could have experienced if your reflexes weren't quite as on point as they are. It is now Charizard's turn, and Charizard is going to use Flamethrower on Stitch. And fortunately for Stitch and the symbiote, Charizard misses. You're able to scamper out of the way. Your movement's fueled by a burst of adrenaline from the suddenly very terrified symbiote. The Butterfree is going to act now. It begins to fly around Stitch, and you hear Ash say,
Oh, don't.
Butterfree, use String Shot!
Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna do some other bullshit.
And Butterfree lets loose a blast of what kind of looks to you
Wait,
like webbing.
That's my shit!
Yeah, but it's going at you. Stitch, you actually need to make an agility check.
I don't want to get strung up, so karma.
Okay.
She red.
You manage to flip and duck your way out of the sticky string. Morden, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go over to, like, say, a low concrete wall somewhere. I'm gonna make a portal behind me, and then I'm gonna hold and just point my portal gun out at the ground. Most of these guys are using, like, projectile energy attacks and stuff, and a lot of them have elemental weaknesses. So I'm gonna try to, if someone sends an attack my way, I'm gonna try to redirect it with a portal to hit a different one on the team.
Ah, very clever indeed. Well, funny you should mention projectiles, Colin, because when you start doing this, you catch Ash's attention, who points at you and says, Pikachu, you've got him on the run, use Thunder! Pikachu sort of, like, grips his little hands kind of close to his face as the little red spots on his cheeks begin to spark, and he lets loose a gigantic burst of yellow electricity that thank you for the Dolby, that surrounds him and then leaps out at you.
So I'm gonna dive roll off to the side and fire a portal beneath Charizard, who seems to me like the biggest threat.
Okay, so I think what you're doing sounds to me like evasion, in which case you have to roll fighting.
Okay, can I do karma on this?
You certainly may.
Alright, I'm gonna spend 29 karma and make it yellow.
Very good. So as it turns out, Pikachu rolled a red on its result.
Oh wow.
Shit.
And as I mentioned, Pokemon do more damage when they roll higher. And also, against Charizard, an electric attack is super effective.
Oh no.
Charizard is taken out in one shot.
Holy damn.
The lightning bolt suddenly stops as it enters your portal and then exits several feet away, basically electrifying the Charizard, who spasms and you can see his skeleton through his skin kind of cartoonishly, and then just drops to the ground.
Oh, that Charizard's gonna have words for Pikachu afterwards.
So Dante's really turned on that Mordana took care of his problem.
Jesus Christ.
Is it still dressed as work?
You know,
Not
don't
even
care.
a
Look
little
past that. Yeah.
I should have realized that making songs about this was not the way to get it to go away.
It is Pidgeotto's turn, and Pidgeotto is not happy with the way you just punked one of its friends. So Pidgeotto is going to use Mirror Move and duplicate the Thunder attack. So electricity arcs out from the Pidgeotto at you again, Morden. Okay, it is gonna hit you, but you can attempt to dodge or block it, or you can even try to evade it if you want to try that trick again.
How do you block lightning?
Carefully.
Yeah, I'm really running low on the karma right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go evasion again, and I'm gonna spend karma just because I'm just gonna get incapacitated if any of these more attacks hit me right now. So
Yeah, go for it.
man, if I could spend every remaining point of karma I have and make it a yellow again, like down to the last point.
Should.
Wow.
You did it before. It worked out.
Yeah, I think that there was a blue portal on the wall behind me and an orange portal on the ground by Charizard. So this thunder is coming towards me. I make the orange portal on the ground below me, so I fall out of the wall that I was just in, and I lie prone, and then the thunder hits the portal on the ground that I was in, and it flies out over my head. And we'll hit another one of the Pokemon at random. I'll let you pick who.
I think it makes the most amount of sense to hit Pidgeotto.
Sounds good.
Because that one was like the closest to you and the one who had directed it at you.
Right,
And
yeah.
It is super effective against Pidgeotto. So,
Great.
Pidgeotto is enveloped in its own electrical attack, hoisted by its own petard, and faints. Pidgeotto is out.
Reality show cutaway. Turns out portals are super effective against Pokemon.
That's right.
Morden, though, what does your card say? It says Morden Solus, and then what is the descriptor underneath?
Not Mordana.
Yes,
stop
Morden,
calling
not
it Mordana.
Mordana Solus. I imagine that there's like the list of my job or title or whatever, and it just like runs off the side of the screen. It's like, doctor, spy, hacker, this sort of thing. And it's basically like a ticker that's running along the bottom of the screen with all of my qualifications.
And at the end, it's like TV VCR repair or get your degree.
I'll get your Yep.
Stitch, it is your turn. So Charizard has been taken out.
All right, cool. First of all, old Lace, she notices Butterfree and thinks, that looks like a food.
Of course, the dinosaur from Jurassic Park would start attacking the Pokemon.
Of course, because it looks like a food.
Of course, all right.
Actually, I don't know, maybe the child looks more like a food.
These are old enemies from Smash Fiction.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Lace is gonna run and leap at Butterfree, trying to chomp.
Yeah, go for it.
She got a green.
Okay, so she chomps into Butterfree.
Chomp!
And Stitch, you're still up.
Stitch does not appreciate getting fucking water gunned in the face.
Understandable.
Doesn't like that. Stop it. His extra arms are gonna come out, as well as his little antenna and the spines on his back, and he's going to try and cocoon Squirtle's face with the webbing.
Okay, great.
It's green.
Excellent. I'm gonna say Squirtle's probably blinded. Is that a...
Well, what I was intending to do was...
And also close its mouth.
Yeah, that was basically...
Yeah, okay,
Whatever you
so-
want to make it do.
Yeah, I'll say blinded.
Can I say my webbing is like still attached to
Sure,
my hand?
that's fine.
Okay.
Luna, it is your turn.
You know what? No, I'm gonna go for the cheering charm instead and see if I can make Ivysaur super happy and then maybe get friends that way.
Okay, sure. Let's
Okay.
see that psyche check.
Come on, friend. Please, friend. 81! I'ma make a friend. Yellow! I have yellow friend, hopefully.
Make this resistance roll for Ivysaur.
No, don't resist my friendship.
As your spell goes off and the end of your wand flashes, Ivysaur kind of slowly turns to look at you. It regards you with this kind of like unreadable lizard expression, and then its eyes very slowly grow very large and kind of like sparkly. It suddenly just looks completely overcome with joy.
Oh my god! Can I go? I'm going over to it now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Other things can happen. I just want you to know that.
Being a Pokemon trainer would be so much easier if you had magic.
You hear Ash saying, Ivysaur, what are you doing? No! Alright, it is Squirtle's turn. Squirtle is still blind.
He's like, his fucking head is like wrapped up.
Yeah, so Squirtle is kind of stumbling around, trying to figure out what to do, because a lot of its attacks are useless. But one of them is not, and that is Skull Bash. So it's going to do a flying leap at you. However, it is still blind, so it's just kind of guessing. Ooh, that was a good guess.
I mean, he was in the Squirtle squad. He's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's true. He's used to fighting with sunglasses on, so this isn't too far. Yeah, even with his penalty, that's still a green.
Okay.
So he's gonna hit you, and you need to make an endurance check.
Oh, that hard, huh? Karma. I'll just leave it at a yellow.
Okay. So he hits you with Skull Bash. It doesn't do enough damage to get through your body armor, and you also resist the stun effect.
Oh.
Archer, it is your turn, and you have a lovely shot lined up in your scope right now.
The camera cuts away to Archer on screen later. It's the name on the Chiron is Randy, and below it in smaller letters it says secretly Sterling Archer, secret agent. My thought process was, should I really shoot this kid in the head with a high-powered sniper rifle? And then I just thought about how much I really wanted tacos. And how upset I've been over the past few weeks about there being no quality guacamole in Nexus City. It's really bad. And I think that really just kind of fueled my rage and allowed my finger to pull the trigger. Really, it was the guacamole that fired the gun.
Oh my god.
God bless. All right, so Miles, you know the bonus you get for aiming, right?
Yes. For me, it's a +2 column shift because I have the improved aim.
And so you are also getting an additional +1 because of your confessional cutaway. So you're rolling this attack at a +3.
And then additionally, I have ranged combat, guns.
Yep.
And also
get to add that too.
And also marksman.
Yep. Get to add that too.
So I'm going to be rolling on Shift Y for this attack.
Not bad at all.
Oh, fuck, man.
I'm also going to spend a point of Ka to add my agility score to this damage here.
Jeez, you're gonna vaporize this kid.
And I will spend karma.
Okay.
He's gonna die in real life.
You're really putting a stress test on these kinetic dampeners, I think.
The first person to die in Nexus Tournament
That's right.
is a child.
That will be a green.
Your lessons with Roland have taught you that Ka is a wheel. And sometimes you're at the top, and that means you're the person with a sniper rifle. And sometimes you're at the bottom, and that means you're a tiny child who just got shot by a sniper rifle.
Oh no!
For 70 points of damage.
Yeah, Ash Ketchum drops unconscious to the ground.
Here, we just earned our explicit rating for realsies.
Booyakasha!
As you let loose with this little cry of victory, all of a sudden, several pairs of tiny anime eyes swing around to glare at you in rage as you have suddenly drawn the aggro of every Pokemon in this construction site, Archer.
Oh, hi.
Well,
What you gonna do? Cry and bring him back to life?
You guys see that?
I
Did you guys
mean-
see that shot? It's pretty awesome.
Squirtle doesn't see, and Butterfree's eyes are inside of Lace's mouth.
Oh no, Squirtle knows.
Debating.
Squirtle
He could
knows.
feel it. He felt it.
Both Squirtle and Ivysaur begin to glow.
No.
And
Oh shit, is it that kind of thing? Oh, it's the first Pokemon movie? Is that what's
they
happening?
both evolve.
No.
What?
Squirtle is now Wartortle, and Ivysaur is now Venusaur.
Oh fuck.
That's what happens when you take out Ash. Dante, it is your turn.
Oh, fuck. Squirtle's blind. Well, Wartortle. I'm gonna send him on a free skydiving trip.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm still attached.
Well, yeah, good luck. I'm gonna grab Wartortle and throw him off the edge. We're continuing the kinetic dampener stress test, so
That's right.
I'm gonna spend karma. Oh, good thing I did, since it was a fucking 24. I'm gonna take that to a red.
All right, great. Yep, you hurl Wartortle off the side of the building.
And Stitch goes with him.
Stitch, what are you doing as a reaction to this?
I'm webbing Dante.
What?
I'm trying. I need a tether. Oh, there's Dante. I just went flying past him.
Okay, Stitch, make an agility check.
Oh, yep. That is that's a yellow.
Dante, there's a splat as you suddenly get hit with a thick stream of black webbing. Make a strength check, Dante.
Oh my fucking god.
Together forever.
A green. Come on, Stitch is small.
Okay, so Dante, you get
I'm
pulled.
also very dense.
You get pulled several feet closer and closer to the edge until you manage to dig your heels in and stop. So, Dante, you're standing on the floor. Stitch, you're another couple of stories down. And then War Turtle is another couple of stories down from that. So War Turtle is still in this fight. Alright, it is Butterfree's turn, and Butterfree no longer cares about Lace, turns to Archer, and uses Psybeam. There's a rainbow coruscating bolt of light that erupts from Butterfree's head and heads for Archer. Archer, it impacts the forklift that you are behind, and dents it considerably and actually sort of sends it skidding off to the side, but you are unhurt by it. We are now at Morden.
All that's left is what? Butterfree, Wartortle's hanging out, and Pikachu's still around?
Yep, and then also Venusaur.
Oh, right. Oh, they're still doing pretty well.
Venusaur is still under the charm or no? Because
you can't tell. Venusaur just evolved and looks kind of upset because,
yeah.
Ash just got headshotted, so.
Okay.
There's something about that. I can't laugh. I'm sorry. The Pokemon was my childhood,
okay.
but I never gave a shit about Ash.
It's funny. I shot a kid in the face, kid. It's okay.
Miles, you shot a kid in the face because guacamole.
Can I use Incinerate and target Butterfree and Pikachu?
Yes, you can.
Hey, that's better. 99, red.
Very good. Well, guess what? Against Butterfree, it's super effective.
Hooray!
Butterfree drops in a flaming heap. Pikachu is still up. And Pikachu reels back from your attack, but is not interested in you because, lest we forget, Archer just headshotted Ash. So, Pikachu is going to use Thunder Wave. Archer, make an endurance check.
Go ahead and fucking spend karma. And I will get that to a green.
So, Archer, this wave of electricity washes over you, and your limbs begin to kind of seize up under the intense voltage of it. You are not paralyzed, as Pikachu was attempting to do to you, but you're having some issues with your nervous system, and basically you're only going to be able to either move or act next turn. You can't do both as you normally can.
Okay.
Stitch, it is your turn. You are hanging from the building with Wartortle hanging from yourself.
Can I start with Lace so I don't forget about it?
Sure.
Okay. Lace is gonna sniff at the charred Butterfree.
Okay.
And just scrunch up her face, disappointed. Ugh, cooked food, no good. She's gonna notice what looks like a rodent, a small mammal of some kind. Those existed.
Delicious.
Yeah, those existed back in her time. And she narrows her eyes, and I'm gonna use my cutaway here for Lace.
Okay.
Oh my god!
So Lace is sitting on a couch, just looking really confused why she's there, and her name tag just says Lace, professional dinosaur. Just as she says nothing. The camera pans back.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it counts. Sure, why not?
but she's gonna straight up maul Pikachu.
All right.
And I want her to attempt to grab Pikachu and do the thing that reptiles do when they have a mouse in their mouth and shake it violently.
So twist your neck back and forth, basically.
Yeah, just.
All right. So yeah, give me a fighting check for Lace, and you get a +1 bonus for your cutaway.
Fantastic. God, I really want Lace to just take out Pikachu like a mouse. Karma, because this is important. Yeah, I got 105.
Damn!
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh no!
And Pikachu fails its endurance check. Lace grabs Pikachu and shakes it into unconsciousness.
It's the circle of life.
This is savage, dude.
I have reptiles that have an morbid sense of humor, but I do love Pokemon, I swear.
Okay, Stitch, it is your turn.
So Stitch is going to drop Wartortle.
Okay. Wartortle is going to get an agility check.
I mean, all he has to do is just retract the webbing, yeah?
Yeah. So Wartortle jumps off of your webbing before you totally let it go, and Wartortle lands on a lower floor of this construction site.
Huh, okay. Stitch is just gonna he's gonna let go of Dante and just kind of hang on to the wall with his wall, his wall crawling ability.
Yes, you're climbing down one of the steel girders on the exterior of the building.
Yeah, he's not climbing down. He's just staying there.
All right. Luna, Venusaur is glaring over at Archer, but it takes a second to sort of look over at you with a face that says, "I'm confused. How could you do this to me?"
Okay. Luna's gonna kneel.
That's so
Broken
tragic.
No, it's all gonna be okay.
It's tiny trust.
Luna's gonna kneel in front of Venusaur and say, I know. My friends are really terrible at making friends. I'm really sorry. They're trying. very badly. But I promise you're going to be safe, and I will keep you safe. I'll kick Archer later, okay?
Oh god, please tell me it's my turn next. Please tell
No,
me it's my turn
Archer,
next.
if you do this, I will be so angry.
Yeah, so make a psyche check with a +1 column shift.
So I got a yellow.
Excellent. Venusaur is going to stay its hand this turn and not attack Archer. All right, it is Wartortle's turn.
You're welcome, Archer.
Stitch, from where you are, you see Wartortle jump off of the lower level that it's on, and it lands in a crane,
Okay.
and it runs over to the controls.
What the I mean, I guess.
Well, it's,
Squirtle Squad, right?
Yep. And it's gonna start. It's gonna see if it can learn how to use a crane offensively against you guys. It does so. It begins working the levers, and you see it turns on.
You know, this Wartortle's my dude. I like him. I like his spirit.
Archer, now it is your turn.
So, how many, which Pokemon are still up?
Venus.
Just Venusaur, and then also Wartortle, who's down in a crane right now.
So I can't see him?
Not from where you're standing, no.
I look at Venusaur through the scope of my sniper rifle. And then I look at Luna.
Can Luna stand in front of Venusaur, please?
I'm just like, God damn it! Fine, have your stupid pet. Why does everybody want pets?
Oh, he's growing.
If I put the gun down, my only option at this point is to look for more targets. So I'm looking around to make sure the turtle is done because everybody else is done.
All right, so as you do that, Archer, I'll say that you're sort of looking around, and you suddenly see that this arm of a crane begins to swing, and you see there's a big wrecking ball attached to
Son
it.
of a bitch!
Dante, it is your turn.
I guess I'm just gonna have to jump down and land on top of Wartortle and high five Stitch on the way down or something. I don't know.
So you're gonna try to jump through the window of the crane.
Yeah, that's stylish. I want an S
right.
modifier, please. Nope. Doesn't work. So it cuts to me. My name tag says Dante, the sad Sparta. And then I'm going to say, as I jumped over the side, my hair got in the way. And I noticed I wasn't going to land on Wartortle. But then all of a sudden, Stitch caught me. And that was really unexpected.
That's entirely fine. Stitch, you want to catch him with your hand or with a web?
Web.
All right. So basically, Wartortle is swinging around a wrecking ball, and you have a wrecking ball of your own, Stitch. A Dante-shaped wrecking ball. Morden, we are back to you.
Dante came in like a wrecking ball.
That's right.
Morden's looking around and says, fight's still not over. Apparently victory conditions not yet met. All other enemies defeated. That one turtle fell off the roof. Only one option left. Has to be. And he points the gun at Venusaur.
Jeez.
I was about to say.
Unexpected.
Oh
Morden do and Archer don't.
So much betrayal.
And then he says, hard decision, but someone has to do it. I'm gonna walk up behind Venusaur and get up really close to it and just put my gun at the back of its head and fire it from point blank range
Okay.
while its defenses are down.
All right. Luna, are you interfering with this in any way?
Oh my gosh, yes! I think I'm just gonna go with the, No, I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt Morden. I'm not that angry. An impedimenta. I'm just gonna immobilize him.
So what I'm going to say is both of you do another initiative roll to see who gets to act first.
It's 9. I got 9.
I got a 7.
So, Luna, roll your psyche.
I'm spending karma. I got a yellow.
Morden, roll a psyche check.
All right. Okay. Oh, I got an 86. That's something. It's probably just yellow, though. Yep, that's a yellow.
Luna, you pop up from behind Venusaur, point your wand at Morden, and say, Impedimenta! You don't quite stun Morden, but Morden does lose his turn, so you're not able to fire on Venusaur.
So yeah, I pull out my gun, point it at the back of his head, says impedimenta, and I freeze for a second, or what?
Yeah, exactly. You're just
Cool.
frozen for a few seconds.
Just your trigger finger freezes.
Stitch, it is your turn.
All right. Well, apparently we're doing some sweet stunts with Dante. Can we do what is it called when two characters combine their turn?
Like a fastball special?
Kinda, yeah.
I'm down.
Can I hold for Dante's turn and we can combine our attacks somehow?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Venusaur is going to growl Venus at Morden as he approaches, but doesn't actually attack. Wartortle is going to try to knock over the building.
Whoa! I love this turtle.
The building gives an alarming shriek as the wrecking ball hits the side, and the floor that most of you are on suddenly cants about 25 degrees down. Anything that's not secured begins to slide slowly toward the lower edge of the floor.
Morden, stop trying to kill the thing that's not attacking us. There is something happening else. Other thing. Crane.
Archer, it is your turn.
Can I see what's his name now?
Wartortle?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Now that the floor has been tilted toward him, you can now see him.
Well, I'm gonna shoot him with the sniper rifle. I don't know if I have time to prop it up or not.
No, probably not, especially not with the way the floor is shifting.
Then I will go ahead and spend the Ka for the damage, the Gun Mastery Ka, and we will spend Karma on this attack roll. I will go ahead and spend the 21 required to get that to a yellow.
And what's the damage with your whole shebang calculated?
70.
Well, that amount of damage would have taken out Squirtle, but this is Wartortle. The cranial damage has definitely stunned Wartortle momentarily, and he's sort of flailing at the controls. And it is now time for Team Stitch and Dante.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Liz, here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I use my strength to swing you with all my might toward him. Do you have a cool thing?
I mean, I can just be a human baseball bat. That sounds fun.
Yes.
Wrecking Ball special.
Yeah.
but a sword.
So,
Yeah.
Stitch, you're rolling Strength. Dante, you are rolling Fighting.
Okay, we should probably
Karma!
use Karma. Yes.
There you go.
If one of us fails, we both fail, right?
Yeah, that is correct. But if you succeed, then
We're both
your
gonna
damage is
succeed.
ridiculous.
This is the opposite of how I'd expect a fastball special to go with these two, in terms of which one is throwing, which one is being thrown.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave mine at a green.
Yeah, I'll leave it at a green.
Stitch, you swing this webbing line around. And Dante, as you are flung with increasing speed at the little cabin where Wartortle is currently flailing after getting hit by a kinetic barrier slowed sniper bullet, you draw Frostmourne and hold it back. We're doing a long camera shot now of the construction site in general, and the crane gets cut in half.
Holy
Oh, it should
shit.
be that like awesome anime way where like there's a pause and then it like
Yeah, there's like a
Smoke.
puff of smoke and fire, and then like the two halves just sort of slide off of each other.
That's
And
awesome.
the Wartortle is lying very unconscious at the base of this now destroyed crane.
So Stitch is gonna swing Dante back over and then they land with a fucking high five.
Yes.
Nice.
And then like an explosion happens behind them.
I need to flip my hair.
This match has been decided. Your winner, Team Ohana! You are
Yay.
given a few seconds to mug at the cameras or otherwise stand in victory before you are once more surrounded by light and teleported back to the backstage area of the Balboa Arena, where you can hear the crowds cheering and chanting your name through the concrete ceiling. Several of the other fighters down here smile and congratulate you, although many are scowling or refusing to make eye contact. But you can tell that all of them are marking you as potential rivals and future opponents for later down the line. The remainder of this first round of tournament matches lasts for a few hours more as team after team are teleported to various exotic locations in Nexus City and beat the tar out of each other until one of them finally drops, and the crowd eats up every second of the carnage. Even though you're not in the same room as the audience, you can just about feel the electricity of their excitement in the air. Eventually, however, the final match is decided, and host Troy McClure steps out into the spotlight one last time. Wow, there's no other way to respond to such an amazing display. Truly amazing. Let's hear it one more time for all of our breathtaking fighters tonight. And the audience responds ecstatically.
And Stitch is just like clapping.
Back in the dressing room. Thank you for being here with us tonight. We hope to see you again for round 2 of the Nexus Tournament. And with that, the TV shows a dramatic swooping pan over the cheering crowd as the credits start to roll. The Nexus Tournament rolls on for several more days as you continue to make your way up the ladder. We're going to have a little montage here of Team Ohana defeating team after team, and I'd like to have each of you narrate a key moment from these fights, maybe but not necessarily the final decisive blow. So Liz, tell me how Team Ohana defeated Team Pentakill, which consists of Mordekaiser, Karthus, Yorick, Sona, and Olaf.
Pentakill is music themed. Oh, this is good. Okay, I have something. Pentakill comes out with all their musical instruments and they immediately start playing and it's beautiful. And us in retaliation come out with our makeshift musical instruments. I start banging my sword against some of the scaffolding. Stitch starts like playing his belly or something.
I
Ignoring
have
the fact
an
that Stitch
instrument.
has an electric guitar.
but it's bad. It's bad music. Archer burps. Luna is just on a like constant track of saying, "Will you be my friend? Will you be my friend?
So
Will you be
she's
my
being
friend?"
sampled.
Yeah, that's and then Morden also is like a sample. Like, of course I'm right and you're wrong. Of course I'm right and you're wrong. Of course I'm right and you're wrong.
I like to think that this is not literally what happens, but how
No.
Dante remembers it.
And it's just so bad. Team Pedicle's ears start bleeding and they just fall over.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Colin, tell me how Team Ohana defeated Team Biker Mice from Mars, consisting of Throttle, Moto, and Vinny.
So I think that we were running away and hiding from them because it was like a big open area, and they had a lot more maneuverability than us because of their motorcycles, and so it was kind of hard for us to get hits on them because they were just going by so quickly. So we all went and hid behind some rocks, and Luna cast an illusion spell on a big cliff face to make it look like it was a tunnel. And then we acted like we were going to go run into the tunnel, and then so they started driving after us, and we left out of the way at the last second, and they just ran into the side of the cliff.
Very good. Megan Bob, tell me how Team Ohana defeated Team Bond, consisting of James Bond, James Bond, James Bond, James Bond, James Bond, and James Bond.
I cast Legilimens on each of the bonds individually, and I just told Dante everything that was in their heads, and Dante was so consumed with jealousy and sort of, I guess, vision for the world that could be, that he went crazy and attacked them sort of berserker style. And then I whispered to Archer all the other stuff in James Bond's head about alcohol and ladies, and he went crazy trying to like chase down James Bond and try and learn everything he could, and also yell at him that he was better at everything. And that's what happened. And then Stitch and Morden and I just sat and we had a nice time watching.
That's a very creative way of solving that particular issue. Miles, tell me how Team Ohana defeated Team AAA, consisting of Drago, Aerostar, and FedEx.
Yes!
Miles, you only have 5 minutes to describe, so keep it under 5 minutes.
Hey, there was no time limit set by the GM, sir.
I will start playing you off if you go too long.
Obviously, this match occurs in like a dingy, dirty, ancient fighting temple with, you know, like with a crowd of just sweaty underground fight lovers around. You know, they know all the chants, they know everything about it. We win the match basically by being better at professional wrestling. I mean, the thing about Drago, Aerostar, and Phoenix is that they're all very awesome. Like, one's a dragon and the Phoenix and a time-traveling Aztec space astronaut. But we have wrestling tropes on our side. So obviously Stitch is going to be the one pulling off the magnificent feats of strength that bring the crowd to their feet. He gets all three of them on his shoulders and slams them all at the same time. And that just, everybody goes nuts for that. Dante is the one pulling off just the crowd-pleasing, crazy dives and shit where he's almost breaking his own neck. So, he's the one jumping to the top rope and just doing a double backflip off for no fucking reason. But everybody loves the shit out of it.
Not even into anyone, just cuz.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Morden is, the kind of sneaky, intelligent person among this group, which obviously means he's a heel, because that's how wrestling works. If you're smart, you're a bad guy. So, he jumps out.
Do I sneer and I talk about how I've come from space and I have no respect for your culture?
Right.
And,
that was your promo that you cut beforehand. Yeah, absolutely.
I heard the people in Nexus City were a bunch of hillbillies, but now...
Yeah.
But in this case, you're gonna grab the, I guess there's no championship belt, but the ring bell or maybe a metal chair at the side and use that. So you're just gonna take the steel chair and smash it into somebody's balls, and that's gonna take out like Phoenix or Drago.
I've heard you weak humans are vulnerable here. You filthy weak humans and your filthy weak bodies.
Luna is gonna be kind of work on messing up like their friendship. So what's gonna happen is Luna's gonna be the one who provokes one of them, and then he rushes at her, and then she dodges out of the way and he hits his buddy, and then another one comes after her and she ducks down and pulls down the top rope and he flies outside the ring, and just eventually all of this is gonna culminate in an advantage for us until finally Stitch, Dante, Morden, and Luna all hit their finishing moves on our three opponents, and Archer pins one of them for the victory.
Archer, who's been just hanging out at the bar the whole time.
Absolutely.
All right, finally, Kit, tell me how Team Ohana defeated Team Cage, consisting of Benjamin Gates, Edward Hillis, Castor Troy, and Cameron Poe.
Oh no! I had a stage in mind, but I think Poe has an advantage here. We're gonna fight on a massive plane, a massive passenger plane.
Yes.
In a plane or on top of a plane?
I mean, ¿por qué no los dos?
Okay, all right.
So there's not that many of them. I'm gonna say that Luna manages to lock one of them in the tiny bathroom. So he's out for,
Which
for a
one?
little while.
I'm sure it was Edward Malus.
The most worthless one, yes.
Yeah, so Malus.
Actually, I don't know. I know Gates would figure out how to get.
Also, Edward Malus is in a bear suit, I'm gonna say.
Oh, that is extra cramped in there. Yeah.
All right, so you lock Edward Malus in a bear suit into a
Yes.
bathroom.
I'm gonna say somehow Dante and Cameron Poe wind up on one of the wings and are like really fighting it out.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, Dante didn't put the bunny back in the box.
That's right.
The two smart guys, Morden and Gates. Morden's just gonna portal his ass out eventually off the plane.
Okay.
Who's the last one? Oh, the crazy fuck, right?
Yeah, Castor Troy.
Oh man.
And you haven't used Archer or Luna yet in your summary.
No, Luna locked one in the bathroom.
Oh, Luna
I-
locked one in the bathroom. Okay.
She,
I'm guarding the door.
she locked Malus in the bathroom?
Yes.
Locked him in a bathroom with a bunch of bees.
Archer's probably wrestling around with crazy ass Troy because they both got guns, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Stitch decides the best way to end this is to crash the plane into a nearby anything.
Okay, you're just crashing it into a river.
When it gets close to impact, Stitch webs all of them, grabs a parachute, and jumps out.
After days and days of fighting, eventually, Team Ohana is one of 4 teams left in the tournament. We are down to the semifinals, and the buzz and excitement that Nexus City has expressed so far has absolutely snowballed into something incredible. The city itself seems to be waiting in breathless anticipation to see how all of this is going to turn out. You actually have a big interview scheduled with Troy and with the other 3 teams immediately before the semifinal matches begin. You do have a little bit of downtime.
Morden's probably, after seeing the professional wrestlers, he's really getting into professional wrestling. And he's actually working on trying to craft professional wrestling personas for everyone in the team.
Oh, man.
Colin, I love you.
To varying levels of enthusiasm from the other members of the group.
Oh, Archer is all in.
Luna's definitely been working on, if we're getting into the final battles, we need costumes. We need coordination.
Yes.
So I've been thinking about that. I mean, I have been sewing a couple of things to sort of, I'm interested in Morden's professional wrestling thing too. So, there's been some singlets made.
Are we keeping Maroon Paisley?
I'm open to keeping Maroon Paisley, but I mean, I don't, it doesn't bring out everybody's eyes.
I was hoping, really, there's got to be decent guacamole in this city. I am on the hunt.
So one day, while all of you are at your penthouse apartment, Luna is currently working at a sewing machine, attempting to put the finishing touches on the latest singlet. And while Archer and Morden are heatedly discussing some ideas for pro wrestling moves and occasionally getting up and attempting to practice them on each other, as so many pro wrestling fans have done in the past.
Telling you, Morden, buddy, nobody does the arm drag anymore. All right, it just doesn't happen. It's a transitional move at best.
Which is why it's the perfect time for us to bring it back.
There is a sudden commotion from the middle of the apartment as an area rug suddenly falls through a hole in the ceiling, along with an obvious body in it, and lands on top of Lace, who begins freaking out and sort of jumping around. Sombra, who has been attempting to make guacamole, which she's not very good at, but she kind of wants to show up Archer, immediately dives for cover behind one of the kitchen counters as you see this form lying tangled up in an area rug, moaning slightly.
Stitch is gonna go over to the rug with caution, sniff, sniff, and then just yank off the rug in one go.
You see there is a young lady here. She's dressed in sort of I don't know how else to call it, teenage attire. A few layers and kind of artfully ripped jeans and stuff. She's currently attempting to adjust a blonde wig, which is covering up her brown hair. When you yank the rug aside, she looks up at you and lets out a startled little yelp and says, did I fall into a different world or something? What is this?
I mean, probably at some point.
It's statistically likely.
She looks up at all of you and says, yeah, I guess so. And then looks up at the ceiling and says, how did that get there? I knew my rug had been misplaced, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fall into your place.
It's okay.
We're remodeling. It's okay.
She stands up and now has fully adjusted her blonde wig to completely cover up her brown hair. You guys look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
Lace at this point gets up and snarls at her a little bit.
She jumps back and says, hang on a minute. Are you guys the reason that Thor's been so jumpy the last couple of weeks?
Thor?
Huh?
Yeah,
Thor?
my dog. For some reason, every time I try to approach him, he gets all freaked out and runs away.
No.
Well, then why is there a hole in my floor that leads into your apartment?
Remodeling?
Morden just like wipes his hands and slowly starts like backing away from this. Like, you guys apparently did something. You got to deal with it.
Stitch looks at her and just to her face says, termites.
I look at her and I grab a towel and I'm like, can I offer you a towel? Or maybe some shampoo or lotion?
You took my shampoo and my towels and lotion?
No. I'm offering you our shampoo and lotion.
She kind of like stares at you and says, can I ask why? Do you guys not have toiletries or something?
No, we do. I'm giving them to you right now. What do you not understand?
Wait a minute, you guys are Team Ohana, right? You're in that big tournament thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's where I recognize you from. That's cool. I'm big fans of you guys. I talk about you all the time on my show.
You have a show?
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of. It's still kind of new. I'm still kind of trying to try it out. Music has kind of taken its course, and I'm just trying to branch out. You know, you guys would be welcome to come on my show at some point if you want.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Hannah Montana.
God damn it! I fucking knew it! God damn it!
Oh god.
Well,
I can't deal with that.
there's only one question now after hearing that. Sombra,
Sombra peeks up from behind the kitchen counter and says, yes?
how are we coming with that guacamole?
She holds it up and says, it's kind of lumpy, but it's the right color at least.
I think it's gonna be okay.
At this point, right as Archer says the fateful words, the elevator to your apartment dings.
And I should not have said that.
The door opens. In walks in 3 figures. The 2 in the back, one of them is built like a football player. He has a smashed-looking face, a red buzz cut, and small blue eyes. He's wearing a suit and carrying several different firearms. The other one in the back is a woman. She's about 6 feet tall. She has long blonde hair, icy blue eyes, and a very athletic build. This figure is carrying a battle axe and a shield. She has a sword sheathed at her side, and she has an assault rifle on her back. The person leading these 2 is a middle-aged man. He has short, salt and pepper colored hair. His eyes are the color of dollar bills, and he's wearing a very nice-looking suit. And he just sort of looks around at this mess. There's like bits of the ceiling lying on the ground from where Hannah Montana fell through. And there's aliens and dinosaurs and guacamole or like avocado just strewn all over the kitchen.
Okay, seriously,
Stitch goes over to that.
there is such a thing as privacy. I don't know if you've ever heard of Edward Snowden.
He fixes you with a gaze that you are very used to by now, Archer, which is the gaze of, I am not amused in the slightest by what you are saying.
Yeah, I'm immune to that gaze.
That's an interesting comment, given that this is my apartment you seem to be inhabiting.
Stitch just like looks toward the camera, is like, uh-oh, and then dumps guacamole in his mouth.
Well, gotta get it now.
I mean, clearly this is our apartment, considering possession is like all the tenths of the law.
Well, be that as it may, I do believe we will be taking back possession of my apartment now. I would suggest that you evict yourselves before we are forced to do so for you.
Can we keep the shampoo?
At this point, as this is happening, there's a sudden crash from the other side of the room, from the windows.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
You see, there are 5 figures that come crashing in through the window. One of them is a tall, muscular black man wearing blue boxing trunks, an open and hooded blue robe with ripped sleeves, and he's wearing boxing gloves and lace-up boots. There's a tall, muscular, bald man who looks like he's of Thai descent. He's naked except for his blue trunks, the wrappings on his hands and feet, and an eye patch, and his bare chest is marked by a huge diagonal
scar on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lithe figure wearing what looks like blue bullfighter's pants and a red sash. He has an open white shirt and a glove on his right hand with these 3 wicked-looking claws extended out. His face is covered by a blank white mask, which is framed by his long blonde hair. There's a gigantic man built like a bear, tall and all muscle. He's wearing red trunks, red boots, and golden bracelets. His body is covered in nasty-looking scars, and his head features a short brown mohawk and beard. Mulkerin.
He is bad guy, but that does not mean he's bad guy.
And coming in behind all of them is a towering figure wearing a red military uniform and a peaked cap, his eyes glowing with purple light. They survey the scene before the one in the military uniform says, Team Ohana, you have taken our chance at the Nexus Tournament, and now Team Shadowloo has come to take your lives.
Can Morden have a line to
Sure.
Hannah Montana real quick? You're not looking for some new roommates, are you?
Extraordinary League is produced by Dan Mulkerin, with logo designed by Colin Mulkerin.
Special thanks to Kevin McLeod at Incompetech.com for our theme song, Motherload, and to TabletopAudio.com for our background music and ambient sound effects.
You can find us on Twitter at SmashFic Podcast and search for the Smash Fiction Podcast on Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube.
Subscribe on iTunes or your podcatcher of choice, and if you leave us a good review, we shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
If you have any suggestions, feedback, or other contributions, send them to us at smashfictionpodcast@gmail.com and help us continue the fight. Alright, I gotta find
Okay.
the thing, the sheet with the character on it. I gotta find the...
I like how you basically went as big of a circle around saying the phrase character sheet as you possibly could. You're like, some sort of a sheet with a character
This
on it.
whole thing secretly embarrasses me because I feel like a nerd, so, you know.
Oh man, we
Really?
are...
This is it?
Yeah.
This is the thing.
I hate to tell you,
Wow,
Miles, but
Miles.
the Rubicon
What
is
the
miles
fuck?
behind you by this point. I do enjoy the fact that Dante inspires such depths of emotion in you that you're able to keep going back to that well.
This is really...
I keep trying to come up with
Discussion
songs that
about
aren't about Dante, but it just keeps on. I keep getting pulled back.
You realize that at this
understand,
point,
man.
the narrative arc is only complete once you get together, right?
Oh my god, the shippers.
Me!
I'm typing right now.
Good. All right.
My love for you is just stronger now.
We're just playing hard to get, that's all.
Vomit.
Previously,
By the way, I couldn't find a word that rhymed with vomit, but I actually was trying for a little while.
Comet.
in the song.
Comment, yeah.
Well, but not one that could fit in the thing. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, fair.
It couldn't fit in the rhyme scheme. Sorry, continue.
All right. Wallace and Gromit? Anyway.
What?
Or just Gromit, it's also a word.
Yeah, Gromit is a word.
No. Wallace and Gromit is the appropriate rhyme.
That makes so much more sense, Dan. I'm
Yep.
with you.
Is
All
it a
right.
foursome?
God.
One of which is a dog?
Stop ruining my
Never
childhood!
mind, dog. It's different. It's
I forgot!
different.
My bad!
All right. Moving on.
I actually don't think this needs to be put at the end. I think this should all just be left in, like, unedited. But,
That's Dan's decision. It's out of my hands.
That's
Yeah.
Dan's. All right.